Hello, and welcome to the Empowerography Podcast. This is a platform created for women's voices to be heard and a place to share their stories, journeys, and successes with the world for the purpose of helping other women who might be on similar journeys. We are empowering women one episode at a time. I'm your host, Brad Walsh, so kick back, grab one of your favorite beverages, and enjoy the stories. What if I told you the only thing standing between you and your next big opportunity is your voice? This isn't just another program. Empower Your Message is your ticket to becoming the podcast guest everyone wants. You'll learn how to craft a pitch that gets a hell yes, show up with unshakable confidence, and drop truth bombs that leave hosts and audiences wanting more. No more playing small. No more waiting for permission. It's your time to be heard. Loud, clear, and unforgettable. Visit the link in the show notes to sign up, and let's make your voice impossible to ignore. The mic is waiting. Are you ready? Hello there, Brad Walsh here, your host of the Empowerography Podcast, a platform that was created to help elevate and amplify the voices of women through sharing their stories. Today, my guest is Sloane Reali. She is a vocal empowerment coach, a speaker, and a trainer helping professionals, performers, and presenters master their voice and command any room. She's also a podcast host and a best-selling author. Welcome, Sloane. How are you doing today?
Good morning. Good morning. Fantastic. Great to be here.
Yes, I am.
This session for a long time.
Yes, I'm very excited and honored to have you here with me today. And I'm so excited about and looking forward to jumping in and sharing about all the beautiful light that you put out into the world through the work you do. With that being said, let us jump right in. So, Sloane, before you were teaching others how to master their voice, who first helped you discover yours?
Yeah. When I saw that question, that's a hard question to answer because I didn't have a voice growing up. It was whoever the caregiver was that day, their way. It was just so. When I think back, it has to have been a teacher or a coach. We moved a lot. There was no stability. It was like I was the parent as a child raising my siblings in my home. It had to be a teacher or a coach somewhere. I got in trouble a lot in school. So, yeah. My report cards over and over. Sloane talks too much. But looking back, there was a reason for that. I just needed someone to see me, hear me, feel me. I'm here. I have something of value.
Yeah,
so that's
I have something to say.
Answer a question that's not.
No, that's okay.
Answer.
I love it. So what was the moment that you for the first time, realized the power of your voice, not just as a sound, but as a presence?
This was also a funny one to answer because I've gone so full circle. The moment really was probably I was on a worship team in a Christian church that turned into a cult, sadly. It was like got really big and appeared from the outside to be super successful. And my husband, who would have none of it, was saying, yeah, no. And then we were told we couldn't leave. And my husband picked up
a whole other podcast episode.
Brother. But what I will say, because I definitely am a spiritual person. I'm not a religious person. I can't stand religion. I hate religion. I'm a spiritual person. And I've spent a lifetime seeking out what is going to connect me to Creator, universe. But leading worship and having the privilege at that time in my life to prepare the hearts and the minds of the people in the congregation to receive whatever the message was going to be that day. And again, it's humans running all this shit. So who knows? But those were some really powerful corporate worship with other voices and the instruments and just that whole vibration in the body. That was the moment. That was like probably the first time I really felt that.
That is powerful too.
It was really cool. I loved it and I miss it. I miss corporate worship. I do work with worship leaders. And when me and my studio and a couple of us in here, it was a really beautiful piece and part of my life that I have not been able to return to for many reasons. But I still love worship and I love working with people who are leading worship in their congregations.
I love it. And so what role did your voice play in you briefly mentioned your childhood, and was it a tool for expression, protection, or maybe even rebellion?
Oh, Brad, my expression was constantly misunderstood as being rebellion. My need and my desire to just be who I am. I was a little girl, came into the world. Sloane she can be a lot, but nobody was encouraging me. Nobody was giving me any direction. I had to fucking figure it out all on my own. And so I was constantly misunderstood, just me as being rebellious. I was trouble. I was a problem maker. I was written up. I've spent most of my life grounded in high school in my room. Yeah, just completely misunderstood, which is so cool now, the work I do, because so many, all ages, all levels, male, female kids coming in that I think are also misunderstood. And I'm able to give the parents and the caregivers tools for how to not squash that in the child.
Yeah.
I mean, yesterday, I had someone come in yesterday, 7-year-old, bouncing off the wall. Both parents were here. It's been family week this week. Lots of parents coming in with their kids to see what this is all about. Little girl is destroying my studio. I'm like, but she sees my singing bowl. She sings my little chime. And so I just like go with the flow. I'm just like, I let her play. Parents were enthralled. They were just like, oh my God, she stopped. Like she's quiet. Like wait, what's going on? So that's one thing. I'm definitely a huge resource to anybody with children that they don't know what to do with. Music, singing, the voice, grounding, huge.
I think the rebellion thing as kids is a common thing, I would think, for girls specifically, because girls have been, from my understanding from conversations, girls have been conditioned. No, you just sit there and look pretty, be quiet, keep it down, keep your voice down, stop making so much noise, stop talking so much. We don't need to, kids are to be seen and not heard, all those things, right? So I could see that. A lot of young girls, they just want to be heard. And really, all we really want as human beings is to be seen and to be heard. That's it. And that's not asking too much.
No, it's
in my opinion.
It's that connection piece. One of the things I love about all your guests, oh my gosh, I daydream when I'm listening to some of these ladies. I'm like, oh my God, if we could get all of us in one room together, we share so much in common. All of the guests that you have brought on your show, I love every single solitary one of them. I'm sending, and in future guests, I'm sending out love and hugs and appreciation. And I'm not alone, and I'm not crazy.
Nope.
There are so many of us on the planet that we're breaking out of the chains. We're breaking out of the conditioning. We're saying no more for us, no more for our kids, no more for our daughters that are coming behind us.
Absolutely.
This is over. It's over.
Yep. It's time for a shift. That's it. Now, voice, of course, is so very tied to identity. How has your own journey with your voice shaped the woman you've become today?
That was a hard one. I've used my voice in so many different capacities. I've always been teaching something, all different platforms. I think the flight hours, I call it flight hours, all the different ways that I've used my voice, all the different things that I've taught, specifically to vocal work in the last 25 years. It's that time, and I've made mistakes along the way, and I've tried things I didn't know would work or not. Most of the time it works, but that flight hour just really has helped me to be more confident than I've ever been in my entire life, like without apology. There are many times and different jobs, I've been written up like in human resources departments, right? But again, being misunderstood, I thought I was being helpful to a fellow employee who completely misinterprets it as I'm trying to steal a freaking sale. So Margie, I was helping you. And this has been something I've had to undo. And I think it goes back to growing up the way I did, all the trauma, the drama, the moving, the untreated, mentally ill mother, family members. There's a lot of people pleasing as I was. Well, one, it was expected of me to take care of a lot of things that a child shouldn't have been taken care of. So there was that issue. So then you grow up, and I'm still operating out of those patterns. And so as an adult, offering to be helpful, and then learning, not everybody wants my help. Not everybody wants to be helped. But I've had to learn that the hard way. And now, what is so different now, and I might be answering some of your other questions right now.
No, that's okay.
What has changed is I really practiced the power of the pause. And I go inside and I listen to myself. I listen to source, quantum field. Does this person want my help? I've learned if they want my help, they're going to ask. Sometimes I think, I know I can help them. This is a common thing.
Yeah.
I know I can help that person. But if they aren't asking me for my help, zip it. And it's such a beautiful way to be. So all that to answer your question, that is part of me being confident in who I am. And just because I can help somebody with something doesn't mean that I should. And I've learned that the hard way.
That's usually, and the best way to learn anyways is the hard way. We learn through the lessons, right? And the pause is so very powerful. Absolutely. There's so much power in that. But to your point, yeah, not everybody wants help, but there are people, and I believe this ties back to conditioning as well, especially again with women, you're supposed to do it yourself. You're not supposed to ask for help, which is another piece, right? That could be a whole other episode as well. But asking for help, it's seen, because of conditioning, because of society, it's seen as a sign of weakness, and it's not. It's a sign of strength. And it's a very fine line that you have to walk there.
Oh, no. And I loved it. Georgia, Shorty Candles, she said it recently. We were taught, and she's not the only one. I think a number of your guests have said, we were taught that whole Angelique commercial, right? You can bring home the bacon, fry it up in the pan, that whole scene. We were sold a lie that we all, you'll come back to the conditioning. You don't know any different. When you don't know any different, you don't have anything to compare it to.
That's right.
Take that as truth. And no more.
We are shaking shit up. It's time for that change. And it's happening. It is happening for sure.
And I so appreciate you. I have to tell you, one of the things I really appreciate about you being a man. Oh, I am having a moment. Oh, stand by 1 second. You being a man, doing the work that you do and giving women a platform to show up and share all of our stories is huge on so many levels. And for me personally, not having had a father in the home, and I know our listeners right now, there are a ton of you women out there, men too, whoever's listening that can relate to this. This has been one of the hugest issues with us as in humanity, is men not stepping up and not doing their part. And there were a lot of men. I had 7 stepfathers in and out of the house and moving all the time. But there's something really, you are a huge blessing.
Thank you.
I really appreciate that you're giving us a forum. And there's some wound very deep in me that you are helping to heal, even as we sit here and have this conversation. You've created a safe place. You've created a container that you've got our back. You've got all women's back. Every guest you've had on this show is over the top amazing. And we all come from different backgrounds and baggage and histories and culture.
Absolutely. 100%.
I just want to
thank you very much. I received that. That means the world to me, to know that the work that I'm doing, this is my life's purpose. This is why I'm doing this work. And to have that kind of feedback just fills my heart with gratitude and love and happiness. So thank you very much for sharing that. That means more than you possibly know. Truly. Thank you. It's an amazing thing to know the work you're doing is having impact and it is touching people and helping people, because that's, in my opinion and my belief, that's part of why we're all here, is to help each other, to support each other, and to be in and of service to one another. So this is my being in and of service to women, to help elevate and amplify their voices through sharing their stories, because I think it's so very important, because women haven't had a voice or a platform for so long. And so if I can be part of that, what a fucking honor that is for me, that all of these women want to be part of this platform, that all of these women want to come on here and converse with me and share their stories and their journeys and their visions and their struggles to help other women, because that's what it's about, is helping other women. So thank you.
Huge. It's huge. And for us all to know we're not alone. I think another common denominator, without speaking to all of the guests you've had on so far, is that we all at some point felt like we were really alone in these journeys.
Yeah, for sure.
Where we are today, and we're not. And for the listening audience, you are not alone. You've got more support than you realize.
Yeah. Thank you, Sloane. I appreciate that. Looking back, What was the first defining moment when you realized that your voice wasn't just sound, it was power?
I was always imaginary playing. And I'm the oldest of three. And there was the downside where I literally is having to get my siblings up and get us fed and get us to school because mom was working a million jobs, all that. But I do remember we had this little house, and in the garage, we had this school desk set up. There were a couple of them. I don't know where they came from, but we would play school, and I was the teacher, and my siblings were the students. But I just remember being in front of them, and I was always teaching. I was always teaching something, and I was song leader, and I taught aerobics, and but all of those instances, something changes in me when I'm in front of other people. It's a very natural, it's very relaxed for me. Like I think that because it's so easy for me, this is one of the things I've learned as a vocal coach, does not mean it's easy for other people.
Right.
What I do without even thinking is terrifying for other people, clients that come to me specifically to get on stages and speak or do a podcast show.
And that's what tells you, though, that when something comes that easily to someone, it's part of their gifts, and that is one of your gifts.
Absolutely. Absolutely. A natural gift and talent. I had no idea.
Exactly. How has your relationship with your voice shifted as you've moved through the different seasons of your life?
Such a great question. It's a beautiful question.
Thank you.
As I've already shared, growing up, I was in trouble a lot.
Troublemaker, Sloane. Troublemaker.
At that time, trouble all the time. And so even as a young adult, and when I partied, man, when Sloane was the party, and this is what, again, it's our gifts are also the other side of that, right?
Yeah.
So the things that stand in the way.
Yeah.
And the biggest shift that has happened, and even when I started my vocal coaching business in my community here, because I did not go to music school. I have a master's degree in education, certified to teach voice. I'm horrible at reading music. I can read charts and improvise. There was this thing in me, even when I started doing voice 25 years ago, to be validated, to be seen, to be heard, to be appreciated, to be respected in the industry, in my community. And so I used to be very over the top. Like I was very big. I was very loud. I was like, look at me, see me. The biggest shift now is none of that matters to me anymore. Won it all. I've been on the stages. I've done the corporate events, the hair, makeup, wardrobe, my girls up front, Diana Ross and the Supreme. I've done it all. This is the shift. I love being behind the scenes. I love showing my clients how to do this, whatever they want to do with their voice. I will hold your hand. I will guide you. I will teach you. I will lead you. I will get you all the way there. I've got clients now, like they're auditioning and they're putting their own bands together. They're just women like myself doing real estate or whatever their businesses are. So I love being behind the scenes, but the biggest thing is I've gotten way more quiet. I don't need the spotlight on me anymore. It's a beautiful calm that I really,
was there a catalyst for that shift for you though? Was there something that just clicked as, okay, it's time to shift gears here for Sloane?
I got tired.
Yeah.
I got really tired. I got really exhausted. And I think it's sometimes since we measure things to the pre and post pandemic.
Yeah.
There was something post pandemic that I just realized I can't keep doing what I was doing. I'm working way too hard. I'm really tired. I'm being a bitch with my family. None of that was feeling good to me. So I was like, what can I do differently? And a lot of what I discovered, you might ask this later about books. Dr. Joe Dispenza, his name has come up a lot with your guests.
Yes.
But his work and just really wanting to be at my most optimal, I think, okay, thank you. This is really good. We're at that stage, my husband and I, where our parents and family members, friends, our age, a lot of people leaving the planet.
Yeah.
A lot of people dying, a lot of people passing away. We're looking at the remainder of our life. And I'm like, oh, okay, wait a minute. I'm not going to be living in a hospital bed, using a freaking walker. What can I do now with the remainder of my life to really optimize my health, my vitality, my wellness, my professional life, my financial life. What can I do now? And I'm serious. And a lot of that is like self-care
Yeah.
is my first priority. Like my core values are I am taking care of myself first without guilt, without shame, and
Yes.
then my family, and then my clients. Like,
Yeah.
because I was raised, you get the leftovers. Like
Yes, of
you get
course.
time for yourself after you have taken care of all this other bullshit.
And everybody else.
Yeah. And if there's anything left, then
Yeah.
you go do what you want to do.
Yeah.
And I don't do that anymore.
And again, that ties back to all the conditioning. That's another common thing I hear from a lot of women
Yeah.
is they've been taught to put everyone else first and put themselves on the back burner. And if there's anything left, as you said, then that's for you. But no, it needs to be, again, we need to flip the script on that. And I think that's happening. I think more and more women are realizing, fuck that. I'm not living that way anymore. That's not the way I'm meant to live. Because when you do pour into yourself first, that gives you that much more to give to those who you choose to give to after you've looked after yourself.
And it kills me the number of women. I'm in a number of women's organizations, business organizations, networking. I'm in leadership in a couple. It kills me, the women my age that still haven't gotten that. And I see this next generation of women coming in, the 30 somethings, the 20 something, the 30 something. And they actually, that generation, they get it.
Yeah.
They are taking the time and they're not buying in to the old script. Not all of them, but a lot of them.
Yeah.
My kids included. I've had a 21-year-old daughter that is just, no, money is not a motivator for me. I'm going to do what I love. She's studying rocks and dirt. She loves it. She's going to change the world. She's a scientist.
There you go. That's beautiful.
But, yeah. So I, again, for the listening audience, if you are one of these women that are just, I don't know how, how can I take time for me when I've got all these other things? This is the truth of the matter. When you take the time for yourself, something happens exponentially. The quantum field comes in, God, universe, whatever your deal is, whatever your belief system is, something comes in and supports you when you take that time to support yourself. Time literally, time increases. You end up having more time than you realized.
For sure. Absolutely. Thank you for sharing that. In your eyes, Sloane, is voice something that we're born with or something we earn over time?
I saw that word earn. I had a hard time with earn. I think it's more discover.
Okay. Step into.
Yeah. Like we all, absolutely, every single one of us has a voice, whether it's you've got something valuable to share, say, teach, or when it comes to singing. I've heard this a lot. Everyone wants to know, are you just born with that talent? I think there are genetic things. Whitney Houston grew up in generations deep of DNA of singers and musicians. So that is built into her DNA. I do believe everybody can learn how to sing, and they can learn how to sing really well. It's just training. It's like the other muscle. It's like any other skill. But some people, their voice is through art or writing music. So we definitely, there's so many different forms of expression and so many different ways our voice shows up. But single person on this planet has a voice.
Yes, absolutely.
Regardless of whether they believe that or not.
Yes, that's the thing. And some of us are scared to use it. Some people are very scared to use it. And I think everybody needs to tap into and learn to use their voice because it was given to you. It is a source, God, as you said, whatever you want to believe, it was put into you for a reason. And that reason is for you to use it in whatever way you want to express.
And at the same time, and yes, people are very afraid to use their voice. And then there are those really hard situations where if you use your voice, there could be really horrible repercussions.
Yes.
And again, just from my background, so many different things that I've done. I've worked with foster youth. I've worked with and supported at some points in my life, women in domestic violence. My mother we were exposed to that growing up. So it's not a simple thing.
No.
When you're in that situation, and again, if you happen to be listening to this and you are in a situation that is not healthy, that is not safe, if you have children that are not safe, I have been taught and trained, you go find resources and you get out of a situation like that.
Yeah, for
And that's
sure.
a whole another really hard topic.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I see it. I see it with the family that came in last night. The mom, the kid, and the dad are running the show, and the mom meek and mild and quiet. And my heart aches because
Yeah.
girl, I got to get you alone. I got to walk arms and have a conversation, mama. Because really, out of the three people that were in here last night, the mom is actually the one that I want to work with. I know I can help that kid and get grounded, but the mom's really the one I want to work with. But the mom's not reaching out to me for herself.
Yeah. Some people just aren't ready to receive yet, and we have to respect that. Like you said, the asking for help. Sometimes they're just not ready.
Yeah. Yeah.
Many people, I can't remember what the percentage is, a very high percentage, fear speaking more than death. This boggles my mind. It is. It's massive. I can't remember the exact, but it's very high. Why do you think that our voice carries so much vulnerability and fear?
I can tell you the top 4 reasons I've been hearing for 25 years.
Sure.
Number 1, you want to take a guess of the number 1 reason? Getting on a stage, doing a podcast, putting yourself out there.
Fear of fucking up, saying the wrong thing.
Absolutely. Making a mistake. Fear of being judged. People pleasing, depending who the audience is. And I've actually added, I think, comparison, right? Comparing. And there's been a huge piece of my own growth and confidence is I am just doing me now. I don't care what anybody thinks of me anymore. You either you like me or you don't, and it's okay. You don't have to. That human resources.
Yes.
I was complained to. That was the first time I'd ever heard anybody say to me, Sloane, not everybody is going to like you. And I'm like, what do you mean? Wait a minute. I'm so lovable and likable. I'm a party and a buff.
Could you not like me?
I get that, but I get that now. And I know a lot of people, they hold back because they're not doing it the way the next person is, or they're not as good as the next person. You know what I say? You do you, booze.
That's it.
You stay in your lane and do you and do the best and leave the rest. And
that's it.
Because I don't need or want to work with everybody as a vocal coach. I want my soul aligned tribe. And what is happening, my antenna is up, my pineal gland is loaded up and on fire, and my antenna is up, and I'm just like a magnet now. I'm just drawing people to. It's not this external thing anymore. I just get quiet every day. I was like, okay, who do I get to meet today? What's going to show up for me today? I was not expecting. What miracles are heading to me today? I'm so excited.
I love that. That's it. That's what it's about. We so often have been seeking external validation, and not everybody is going to be for you, and you're not going to be for everybody, and that's okay. Correct. You will find your tribe, and that's what it's about, is finding those people that you magically align with and keeping yourself surrounded with those people.
Yeah. Your tribe will find you.
Yes. Your vibe will attract your tribe.
I love that. And the key is not missing it. I've missed, oh my gosh, I've been so set. I was out to accomplish something and I was so set on the end outcome that I missed this amazing thing that happened over here. I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, exactly. What would you say is one of the biggest misconceptions people have about what it really means to own your voice?
The biggest misconception people have, I think we touched on it a minute ago, and that is people thinking that your people are either born with it or they're not. And we all have a voice. No, like I said, there's the exceptions of people that have been born into and bred into music royalty, but they are really the exception.
Yeah.
We all have a voice. We all have something really important to share. Someone is waiting. There are people waiting to hear what we have to share, teach, say, preach.
Yeah, absolutely. So you just said about some that are just born with that gift. It's almost like they came out of the womb singing. And you said that anyone can learn to sing and be really good at it. This is something I love to ask when speaking to creatives and people who work in the creative space. Do you think that this is something that those people who are not born with it do you think they can achieve that same level of excellence as a vocalist or artist or whatever, instrumentalist, whatever it is, that those people that are just born with it can achieve? Do you think that's possible to reach that same level?
I've seen it. I've
Okay.
helped people get to that level.
Okay.
Like everybody's process is different. Some
Right.
people who really want to get to that level, it's an incredible amount of work for them to get there. So they're really having to ask themselves, how serious am I about this? How
Right.
important really is this for me
Yeah.
to get to that level? Because it's a lot of work. If it's not something that comes naturally, it's just a desire, it's something that somebody really wants, it can be a lot of work and it can be really frustrating, especially if they're dealing with timing or pitch issues, pitch being able to hear a note and just land on it. But it's teachable. It's all teachable. It's just a skill for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank
Great
you.
question, by the way.
Thank you. In your opinion, what's the difference between someone who has a voice and someone who embodies their voice?
Oh, I loved that question. Singers, performers, anyone, a movement, a cause, that's somebody who has a voice. But embodying your voice, embodying is really owning it. Like they live. It's a way of life.
Yeah.
I embody my voice. I live this every single day, most of the day, like all the time. When I'm not embodying my voice, because I'm so about, this is my why.
Yeah.
With my time left on this planet, how many people can I show them, one, how to just the physiology of how to access the voice. And then the harder part is really getting them to step in and own it. And now get out there and go share your message with the world, because you are, oh my gosh, there's those really funny memes. Good morning, you fucking ray of sunshine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
My
Oh,
husband,
yes.
those are my husband sends me those as morning meditations, motivation.
Yeah. I love
I'm on a
those.
softer, sweeter side, but embodying, owning it. That's what I'm here for. If you're not sure, you don't know. I'm saying you do know. I'm saying you do know. You just aren't either A, you're not listening, or you're in denial, or you've got your fingers in your ears. Yeah, I didn't. And I heard this on your last guest, the financial money gal. I avoided this for so long. No. This is the thing. When you are called to do something, it will never leave you. It will haunt you for the rest of your life until you just accept, okay, this makes no sense to my logical mind at all, but I'm going to put one foot in front of the other and see what happens. And then the doors start to open. And then you're like, oh my gosh, now I'm giving myself chills. But whatever that call is, and you're just like, that's a pretty good sign. If you're in denial and you don't want to do it, that's a pretty good sign that, yeah, that's what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, it's on your heart for a reason. It was put into your heart and on your mind for a reason. So you need to step into it. And so what are a couple of steps that someone can take to begin embodying their voice instead of just using it?
You've heard me already talk a little bit about breath work, meditation. If you pray, if you journal, you experiment with all kinds of sounds and in relation to the energy centers in the body, just having a daily, this is the thing, consistency is key. Just an aside, we used to wake up, my husband and I, when the kids were little, we would be up at 5:30 in the morning to get into a 6 a.m. martial arts class.
Wow.
And we did that for 20 years. Okay, fast forward, I don't want to get up that early anymore. I don't have to get up that early anymore. But can you believe my body still wakes up at that time every day? So anything you do consistently, I've recently increased my meditation. I have a new client that came through it. I couldn't believe it. This guy's a big deal in AI. Like, he's young, he's extremely successful. He looks like Jesus. I don't know if we'll do this podcast, but he's right, with his hair all down and his white cotton flowing garb. Whoa, who's this guy? But he meditates 2 hours a day.
Wow.
Hardly sleeps. This is what happens. So the body is recalibrating. I'm like, how do you do that? He does it no matter what. So he inspired me to increase my meditations. And it's amazing. Like, for an hour in the morning before my feet hit the floor, I'm doing a lot of stuff, Dr. Joe Dispenza's stuff. I'm doing heart math stuff. But that hour is going by like in 15 minutes. And it's not every day. I pretty consistently, but it doesn't feel like the time that I'm taking. But what's happening in my brain and my body and in my day it is profound. It is absolutely profound. So I can't say enough about breath work.
Okay.
And it doesn't have
And
to.
meditation.
You only need 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And so many things out there on the market, the Calm and the Deepak, and there's just so many available. It doesn't take long, but anything you do consistently every single day, 10 minutes a day for yourself, you will recalibrate. You won't even know what happened. And you'll just be like, wow.
And everybody has at least 10 minutes a day. You can put aside 10 minutes. That's part of that self-care routine and putting yourself first. Yeah.
Huge.
How do you teach someone to move from performance to presence?
Service over self. So it's a total mind thing. And everybody I work with, there's always that nervousness before they're going to jump on the podcast or they're getting on the stage or they're going to go do that performance or get on tour. Mm. And this is from hobbyists to people working professionally in no matter what the industry. And what I attempt to do is help them have a mental shift. And I remind them, this is not about you. You getting on that stage tonight and it's not about you and your performance. These are your fans. These are your friends. They are here. They want you. They want what you have to give. So the whole shift I try to train and teach is come from a place of service. How can you be of service? And get out of yourself, get out of your way, because it's not about you anymore. It's not about us.
No.
It's about the people who've come to hear you, to support you, to see you,
Yeah.
Service over self. Get out of your way.
Love it. Service over self. Beautiful. Can you share a technique or exercise for listeners that they can implement immediately that has the power to immediately shift how someone shows up vocally and energetically?
There are a million of them. Right now, with our listeners, wherever you are, if you're driving a car, it's probably not a good idea. But if you're wherever you are, if you have a moment, put your feet flat on the ground. If you're sitting, or if you're in a place where you can lay down on the floor, and just want you to put one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. A lot of you might be familiar with this. It's just the easiest one. When we breathe, you're breathing through the nose or mouth past your lungs. Your chest and shoulders shouldn't move at all. What you want is that hand on your belly, your solar plexus below your rib cage, above your belly button. When you breathe, you want that breath to move that hand on your belly forward on the inhale. So if you breathe with me, you're moving that hand on the belly forward. And now as we exhale, you're moving that hand towards the spine on the exhale. And then you breathe that hand forward. And then you exhale that hand towards the spine. We'll do one more really quick. You inhale for 4. You're going to hold for 4. You're going to exhale for 8. So let's do that again. I didn't give you enough time. You're going to inhale 3, 4, then hold 2, 3, 4, then release 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then let all that go. And I love that 4-4-8. It's also known as box breathing. Anytime that you exhale twice as long as you inhale, we're now doing all kinds of other things with the autonomic nervous system, sympathetic, parasympathetic. You're cleansing your blood, oxygenating your blood. Anytime you're exhaling twice as long, huge health benefits to all of that.
And how long should people practice that particular 4-4-8? 2 minutes, 3 minutes?
Do it 10 times.
10 times? Okay, perfect. Thank you very much for sharing that, Sloane.
Yeah. So just a quick way to reset everything. You're going into a meeting that you've got to go. There could be potential conflict. You're having anxiety. 10 quick breaths. Beautiful. You have a hard conversation with your spouse or a partner. 10 quick breaths. You're on the freeway.
Frustrated.
Right?
Yeah.
Quick breath.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Oh.
I have no idea where that came
from.
Wow.
Bizarre.
Did that happen?
I have never seen that happen before. That is
so for you listeners.
I've never ever seen that happen before.
Brad and I are on the screen. And when I was talking about the thing on the freeway, take 10 quick breaths, I had fireworks go off in my screen.
I have never, that is so bizarre.
Brother, I'm telling you, I am hooked into the divine.
Yes.
No control.
That was wild. I've seen that on Zoom, but I've never seen that on here. Holy that is bizarre. Wow. All right, let's keep going. Sloane, what has the human voice taught you about courage that nothing else could?
Let me think about that for a second. The power of our words. The power of our words. Our words carry so much frequency. So sound is frequency. We're talking from a musical standpoint. There's all the notes on the piano and the guitar and all the different instruments. Those are all different frequencies. The Schumann's resonance is the frequency that the planet is turning at. It's so low, we can't even hear it. The 7 megahertz. I think that's changing. The resonance of the planet is literally changing.
Yeah.
As we, the humanoids, are connecting with the spiritualoids and all the other things that are at play. But the most powerful thing I've learned is it's little things, like putting things in the affirmative. Like when my kids were growing up, for example, instead of "don't forget your lunch, your backpack, blah, blah, blah," put it in the affirmative.
Yeah.
Your lunch, your backpack, water bottle. But I've seen it. And my confession is I've been on the other side where I have said in the heat of anger and my own hurt, said things that I should not have, that cost me relationships. I didn't speak. My own sister and I were not speaking again, but I don't know how long it'll go this time, but 5 years.
Wow.
And there's other issues there. My own mother, a decade without speaking because of but I've lost friendships. I've lost housekeepers. I'm so much more mindful now of that power of the pause. I take a moment. I choose my words wisely. I've learned I don't always need to respond. That's been one of the best things. Just because someone's having a moment or they're having an issue with me or they need something right now, it's like, yeah, you know what? It's not life-threatening and I'm going to get to it when I can. Or if there's conflict, which does happen so much less than it ever did because I know, but just really thinking about our words, this tongue can build up in an instant and the very next moment tear down.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. If your voice were a person, how would it describe you?
I love this. And I'm actually going to do something off record, off book. Where did it go? She's going to share. Oh no, where did it go? Stand by. Here it is.
Standing by.
I'm going to share that. So I have a neighbor. People come into our life. You never know. Anyway, but this beautiful young woman, we have very similar, almost identical backgrounds.
Okay.
Parental factor, no dad, all the stuff, all the things.
Yeah.
So we went for a walk the other morning, sent me this after our walk. And I thought, oh my gosh, if my voice were a person, this is what my voice would say. I am a light woven into this world. Even in the midst of chaos, my heart shines with a strength that others can feel. I know how deeply valued and irreplaceable I am.
That's beautiful.
I changed it a little bit for the I am piece, but I read that and thought, damn.
That's powerful.
Right?
As you said, words are powerful.
That's how
amazing.
That's what my voice would say about me.
Love it. Love it. If you could gift every woman on this planet one unshakable truth about her voice, what would it be?
Someone is waiting to hear what she has to say. I'm going to change that. Someone is waiting, you ladies that are listening, to hear what you have to say. You have something valuable. You have something important. You is smart. You is, what is it? You is love. You is important.
Yeah.
And I help. Stop hiding out. Stop hiding out. Stop feeling, oh, I don't really have anything important to say. Oh, I don't have anything. Go back to what is that thing that has been in your whole life? What's that tug in your heart? It doesn't matter. There's nothing off the table. Right now, the world needs us to rise up. Lock arms together. Stop hiding out. It's time. If not today, then when, friends? We don't know if we have tomorrow.
That's right. All we have is this present moment. That's it. That's all you're guaranteed. Nobody is guaranteed tomorrow.
Right?
Nobody. So do it now. Use your voice. You have it. Use it.
Absolutely.
Speak the fuck up.
Yeah. It is time, my friend.
It is.
It is time.
It most definitely is. It's on your heart and it's in you. So speak your truth. Get out there. And this is the greatest time on earth to be alive. We have access to so much. And anything, absolutely anything you can dream of is possible. You can achieve it. If you can dream it, you can achieve it. That's it.
Absolutely.
Make it fucking happen.
Absolutely. And there's so much support available to us. I think that's
Yeah.
a big misunderstanding, or people just aren't aware. It's who do I know that can help me with this? That's the question. Who do you know? Who is in your circle? I am here as a resource. I'm part of a number of global. You are, me, all these podcasts. There's
Yes.
so much support. Reach out. Don't be shy. Now is not the time to be shy. Let us help you. Let
Ask.
us you
It
in.
goes back to that asking for help.
Absolutely.
It's okay. We are here to help in any way that we can, 1000%.
Absolutely.
If someone listening right now feels voiceless, what's one thing you would want them to hear in this moment?
What I just now said, you're not alone. You're more powerful than you realize. There is hope, but you need to take action. You need to take action. We can't do the work for you.
No, you have to do it yourself. No one's coming to save you.
Oh,
you have to be your own damn superhero.
That's so funny that you say that, because as a kid, I was hospitalized a lot of upper respiratory cold would turn into bronchitis and pneumonia. And I remember, and I taught this total aside, but one of the reasons I do this work is because I healed myself from horrible, all kinds of skin, healthier than I've ever been, Brad. Amazing. I blow myself away. But I remember I taught myself how to stop myself from having asthma attacks as a child.
Wow.
Because I didn't want to have to go to the ER where they were going to shoot me up with steroids, and then it was going to be like this all night and not be able to sleep. But I remember having that thought as a child: no one is coming to save you, Sloane. Figure this thing out or die, literally. And you saying that was just like, whoa, okay. I remember hearing that voice and having to figure things out, young child.
Put your cape on, be your own fucking superhero. That's it. Now, as mentioned off the top, Sloane, you're also a podcast host. Can you tell us all about the podcast? What inspired it? Interview style? What's the title? Tell us all the things.
Thank you. Yes. Find your voice, rock your confidence. I also have a women's Facebook group. It's specific for women. It doesn't matter if you're a singer, presenter, whatever. That came out of just looking for ways to help me get my information out in masses. How I've been doing it for 25 years, and the one-on-one and the group coaching, it's just too slow. It's not enough.
Yeah.
What I share, and I address all of it: speaking, presentation skills, stage presence. Singing has always been my bread and butter. That's what most people are coming in for. But we did the vagus nerve, a whole thing on how that, and breath work and stimulating that, and the health benefits of exercising your voice. But I love it. It's a wonderful platform. I've had a blast. It's been a little bit on sabbatical. I'm relaunching it over on YouTube, and I'm simplifying and streamlining the process.
Yep.
So I can get more out quicker, but Beautiful. It's a great resource.
Excellent. Thank you for sharing. And so also the best-selling author piece. Can you tell us all about the book, title, inspiration? Tell us all the things.
Thank you.
Yes, of course.
The same thing. And your voice and transform your life. 15 ways to instantly access the power of your voice. And it's more like a how-to book. Right. I basically, it's like bullet points. It's this little, I know they can't see this, but it's this little book. It's something you literally can carry in your bag or your folder. And it's just, I walk you through 15 different ways, exercises. It's loaded again with more resources outside of myself. It's just a how-to. I break it all down.
And we will put the links for both the podcast and the book in the show notes when we release your episode. So there you go.
Thank you so much.
Yes, of course. Absolutely. Yeah. What do you think your unique skill set or superpower is that's helped you become successful?
My unique skill set, I think it's the joy and just love of life. It just exudes, and it always has. It's been there. I was born with this thing, but going back to, it was shut down at such an early age. I had a lot of problems in and out of that's why I worked with foster youth for a number of years. I actually helped kids aging out of the system and the independent living program. My heart was drawn to at risk, especially girls, because I came from that. feel like I've come full circle and just reignited this thing I've always had. And now I'm helping other people to find whatever their unique. It always is they're coming to me for voice.
Yeah.
All these other things that get
Yes, of course.
covered as actually you're really good at this, right? But it's just that joy and love of life, joie de vivre. I think that, what is it in French? Joie de vivre. Have that, and some people it really annoys, and it's been hard not to take that personally.
What was that commercial? What was that commercial in the 80s? Maybe she's just born with it. Was it L'Oreal or all or something like that? Remember that? Yeah. Maybe she's just born with it. There you go. You're just born with it. You can't help it. It's part of your DNA.
But I don't let anybody put my light under a bushel anymore. So
beautiful.
I was just like, oh gosh, I did something wrong.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what did I do to upset? Oh my gosh, no.
Living loud and fucking proud.
Yeah. And things I've learned the hard way is when someone is having an issue, 95% of the time it has nothing to do with me.
That's right. That's a huge lesson for sure. Absolutely. Now, speaking of success, how do you define that word? What does success mean to you?
Living life unapologetically, being who you are all the time and not having to apologize. That's changed over time for me.
Yeah.
The bank account, my career, but I've done all of that. I still feel like I'm growing. I'm still a lifelong learner.
Yes, of course. We all are.
Super peaceful, super calm. Never been this calm. Yeah, I'm a different person.
Love it. What does the word empowerment mean to you?
I think the same thing. Ability to use your voice confidently and without apology. That's a big piece. Because I'm sorry. In the grocery store, someone can, I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I stop my clients when they say that. Some of them are really bad. And my whole thing with I'm sorry, save it for when you've really messed up.
Yeah.
Because bumping into me by accident, cutting me off with your grocery cart, don't be sorry. Just be you. Yeah.
Okay, we're going to jump into a little rapid fire section. So the next grouping of questions just be 1, 2, 3 word answer type thing, okay?
I'm nervous. I love this part.
You got this. What is your favorite way to celebrate?
They've been extremes. They're either really quiet with close family and friends, or they are big and loud.
Okay.
It's one or the other.
One word to describe your 2025.
Magical.
If you could teach the world one thing, what would it be?
You matter.
One book that changed your life.
Becoming Supernatural with Dr. Joe Dispenza.
If you could be remembered for one thing, what would that be?
That I made a difference on this planet.
What is one thing you love about yourself that is not related to your physical appearance?
My resilience.
And one word that defines the woman that you are becoming.
Oh my gosh. Unstoppable.
Love it. That concludes our rapid fire section. Now back to our regularly scheduled program. You did it, Sloane. Yay! I created a bonus question that I did not send you ahead of time.
Okay.
What is one habit, ritual, or practice that has been a game changer in your personal growth?
Getting quiet. Being a better listener.
Oh, that's an important one. A lot of people. This makes me laugh so much because so many people think they're good listeners and they really aren't. I think everybody could improve on their listening.
Total.
But you've got these people that you could just see. There's the listening with intent, and then there's the listening to just respond. And you could see those people, you could see it in their eyes. The wheels are turning. They are just waiting to hear what you're going to say so they can interject and respond. And I bet I did a survey, probably last year sometime in my community, asking how many people thought they were good listeners. So many people respond. Yeah, I'm a good listener.
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of people think they are. We could all learn to listen better and listen authentically, listen with curiosity, ask questions. How did you arrive at, listen to what the person's saying and get curious. Ask, how the fuck did you arrive at that belief? Like, where does this come from for you? I'd really like to know.
Yeah.
You don't have to agree with them. You're not here to change anyone's mind. You're just here to listen and engage in a conversation.
Absolutely. Yeah. Everybody could use more of that.
For sure. If you were to introduce yourself to me without mentioning your occupation, where you're from, your ethnicity, nationality, all these superficial day-to-day markers that we use, how would you describe yourself or introduce yourself to me?
It's that quote that I shared.
I knew you were going to
I
say
would
that.
go back to the quote. I am.
Okay. If you could step into my shoes, what is one question that I didn't ask you that you would ask? The one question, let's try this again. If you could step into my shoes, what is one question you would ask yourself that I didn't ask you?
I think you asked it, but I think it would be, can everyone really sing? Can everybody really learn how to sing and sing?
And do you really think, you really believe that? Anyone, absolutely anyone.
I know
and
it.
Sing well?
I know it. Yeah, I know it. I've helped thousands of people learn how to sing. Everyone's process is different. Pitch can be a challenge for people. They do end up getting it. I've got thousands of exercises that we go through. And I'm always very in the moment with what is happening that day. I've also been told, I worked with a shaman a couple of times. I've been told that I'm not alone in my work. Like she saw like these orbs all around. So when I'm working, when I'm in my work, I am not alone when I'm doing it, apparently. So when I'm getting like inspirational hits or I switch something that makes no sense to me and it works, thank you.
Apparently we're not alone today because the fireworks went off.
That was wild.
That was what there is no feature on this program for that. So I don't know. I honestly have no fucking clue where it came from. It's divine. That's it. It's the universe.
I'm gonna accept it. Go with it.
Yeah, absolutely. If you had the opportunity to sit down and have a 1-hour conversation with one woman, any woman in the world, who would it be and why?
It's actually 2 women. I think that they passed within the week of each other. Thought about this for so long. Is there anybody else long? No, it would be Mother Teresa and it would be Princess Diana. And we wouldn't actually talk. I would sit in between them and I would hold their hands and we would just be. And I would just feel into them.
Okay. And why those 2 specifically?
Their work.
For you.
Yeah. The roles that they stepped into and the work that they did, such similar work on 2 extremes.
Yeah.
One from royalty, the other from poverty. But they had the same heart for love and service. And I just see now I'm getting chills. Now I'm not in a hurry to sit with them, but they could come visit me. I would do that,
on the earthly plane. Yes, exactly. Absolutely.
I'm sorry it wasn't one. I couldn't nail it down to one.
No, that's okay.
No.
Sloane, if you could go back and give your younger self one piece of advice, what would that piece of advice be?
Do your best, leave the rest, and detach from the outcomes.
Beautiful. Lastly, if you were to deliver your last 30-second speech to the world, your corner of the world, your tribe, your people, what would that last 30 seconds sound like? What words of wisdom would you impart?
You is smart. You is loved. You is important. No, but there is that. But really, you are loved. You matter. You have something really valuable to share, to teach, to give others. Get out of yourself. Get out of your own way and just go get into service.
Love it. Sloane, thank you so much. This has been such a fun, inspirational, informative, beautiful conversation. I've enjoyed every minute of it. Thank you for taking and making the time to be here with me today. It's been an absolute pleasure and honor. I am grateful to call you a friend and to have you as a member of the Empowerography community. Thank you for showing up and shining today. I appreciate you.
Absolutely. The feeling is so mutual. I appreciate you, Brad.
Thank you, Sloane. Once again, my name is Brad Welsh, host of your Empowerography podcast. Today, my guest has been Sloane Reali. She is a vocal empowerment coach, a speaker, trainer, helping professionals, performers, and presenters master their voice and command the room. She's also a podcast host and a best-selling author. Thank you so much, Sloane. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day.
Thank you, Brad. You too.
Thank you very much for listening to this podcast. If you haven't yet, please be sure to subscribe, rate, review, and share with all your friends. You can find me at visuphoria.ca. Follow me on Instagram at Empowerography Podcast and on Facebook at Empowerography. Please join me next time for another inspirational story from yet another amazing woman.